In chess, every move determines your position. Every decision shapes your future. But what if the board was real estate? What if the pieces were millions of dollars? Watch as Mackenzie B. Hall transforms chess principles into real Las Vegas development projects. This isn't theory. This is live strategy in action. Subscribe now and learn the rules before
Every
you
city we love and some we complain about was designed by a series of decisions most people never see. I'm talking about zoning laws, planning commission, developers taking risks, political pressure, as well as market reality. I'm Mackenzie Hall, and I first want to introduce a former city planning council member.
Hello, everybody. I was formerly on the City of Las Vegas Planning Commission, and I am a former athletic coach here in Las Vegas, coached at the high school level for many years.
Who really controls the future of the city more, the Planning Commission, developers, or the market itself?
I think what really keeps the wheels turning is access to capital.
You want to be a developer, right? You need capital. The only way you're going to get capital from a bank is if you have a history of developing. The only way you're going to have a history of developing is be able to get capital to develop. So you're stuck in this situation where I can't get capital because I don't have no history. And I will never have any history because I can't get capital. So it's really, like you said, like the whole compass is tied into capital. Who's going to be able to give capital for these future developers or these future individuals who are going to be able to build these nice affordable housing? That's a question that needs to be answered, not just by our financial institution, but also by the people that are governing our growth.
So, what you're seeing in real estate right now, 2008 is still affecting our market today. So, what you see in high prices and everything, because after 2008 until 2012, basically all construction stopped. And the reason why it stopped is because there was no access to capital. Everything froze up. And then now, from 2012 till now, the entire real estate market is trying to catch up with the demand. Whether you're that home flipper, flipping residential properties, or looking for, you gotta have hard money lenders and stuff, and then, everybody needs that capital, all the way up to projects that Mackenzie's doing with multifamily. It's all about having access to that capital. The other things with the Planning Commission and all that, really the city Planning Commission, we want those things. We want those things. And so, the process is shaky in terms of getting your plans through and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, everybody wants that end product. But we need to have access. And going back to African Americans, that's why I'm happy to see Mackenzie, because if you talk to different Black developers and investors, it's a little bit more challenging for us in the real estate area to get access to capital.
Yeah, so that's the truth. It is capital. So I would say it's the banking what our government is willing to put out for funds that literally go to people who have opportunity. People who have opportunities in these cities. That's big. If we have legitimate ways to get them, it's the all around incumbents of getting that capital. It's not just going to a bank and saying, hey, I have this project. It's the stipulations. The stipulations are so horrendous.
And so, that's probably one of the most important things in terms of people of color, that they have access to capital, whether it's for a business or whether it's for real estate. And, that's something, me right now I'm trying to work on is trying to identify ways that we can have more access to capital. One thing is, I just posted something on Facebook recently. I was looking at, there was a story about this developer, Ethiopia. He's a former Olympic runner, and he has something like 20 hotels. And so I said on Facebook, us African Americans need to reach out to some of our millionaire cousins over across the Atlantic, because that's really, seriously, that is another. There are more millionaires and billionaires being created in Africa than anywhere in the world right now, and so that's another source of revenue for the African American community and vice versa. We can work on opportunities like that. When we talk about the African community and capital, nationwide as African Americans, we control close to $2 trillion of this economy. The problem is that we have not figured out how to develop a collective to put all of that money together. And other ethnic groups, they do a great job of that. You know, the Latino community, the Asian community, a long time ago, I was meeting with a Korean lady, and she was very wealthy, and I was new in the commercial, so I really couldn't service her the way I wanted to. But she was like, Steve, if you can find me, 200, 300 unit apartment complexes in about 10 to 14 days, I could have $20 million in the country. And I was thinking to myself, I wish I could call somebody in Africa or somebody in New York City and say the same thing, but if we did, as a people collectively, find a way to put, I was just talking to a lady, African American lady. She has a house with $700,000 in equity, and now she was asking me, what should I do with it? And I said, well, you should call Mackenzie.
I know what to do. All I need is 4. I can get you stuff.
But that's a perfect example. Sometimes the narrative out there, I think, is really, there's a lot of us in African American community throughout the country. We do have wealth, but we just don't know what to do with it.
No crowdsource.
And we don't know how to put it all together.
Yeah.
And so if we can figure that out, that's kind of why I've been talking to people about opportunity zone funds. That might be a mechanism where we could use something like that to get more capital for brothers like Mackenzie.
A good word that we didn't learn, collaboration.
Well, we actually call it syndication.
Yeah.